Welcome to Washington for the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Softball Tournament. It's regionals with state on the line presented by Coleman Construction. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union thanks you for your support of your local team and student athletes. Statistics show that participation in athletics leads to better performance in the classroom and enhanced leadership skills. Thank you for making a difference in the lives of young women in Iowa. This broadcast is presented by Washington County Hospital and Clinics here in the Southeast Iowa Video Network, and this is your pregame show presented by Farm Bureau Financial Services. We have the Washington Demons taking on the Midland Eagles here in round one of the regional tournament, and it's going to be a good game. We got some really good hitters on both teams, but, Washington, you have to say it, they've been a little more exceptional this season. 26-9 record, Midland 6-26. I'm Joel Keller with you for today, and let's get straight to the starting lineups for these teams. Midland, Molly Rees will lead off for this Eagles team, and she is one of the best hitters, not only on the team, but in 3A, a 500 average. Just exceptional in the leadoff spot. Emma Houston follows her. Shay Benhart after that in the cleanup. Olivia Paulson, then McKenna Dole, Gabby Franzen, the pitcher, Miley Streets, Olivia Coates, and Hadley Doslin rounds it out for the Eagles. And on the other side, the Demons, they have their own stud at the leadoff position. Leighton Salazar has been just phenomenal, breaking a ton of school records, 52 stolen bases. And behind her, Ella Greiner, Colby Greiner, and Olivia Anderson. Bella Salazar in the 5 spot, Hallie Cuddy back at 6, Mackenzie Messer, Natalie Hartman, and Reagan Miller to round it out. It is a great day now that we've let the weather kind of pass. We started out here in the early evening, wanting to get this game off at 7, but at 6:32, the tarps were on, and all the volunteers, the parents of some of these Demon players were getting to work, making sure this field was ready for action tonight, trying to sneak in this ball game. But here we are. It's sunny outside, and the clouds are kind of going away. There's not too many out there. It's clear skies, and we're ready to play some ball this evening. It's going to be a good one. Let's talk about Bella Salazar. She's in the circle for the Demons today. A 2.92 ERA, 87 strikeouts to only 31 walks this season. She's only allowed 37 earned runs, and she's been the heart and soul of this pitching rotation that's been kind of shaken up the last couple of weeks. At the beginning of the year, we saw Salazar as the number 1, Colby Greiner as the 2. Then it kind of switched to Hallie Cuddy back as the 2, but Salazar has been the stone there. Always pitching exceptional, it seems like, and she's going to have to do it another time here for the Demons if they want to advance to the semifinals of Region 5. The other action going on tonight, Central Lee versus Monticello. That's a big one to look at. If you're a Demon fan and you're wanting to win tonight, then you'll be facing one of those two, most likely Central Lee, 21-8 this season. Mediapolis and West Burlington Notre Dame are playing tonight as well. They'll play the winner of Assumption and Comanche. And most likely going to be Assumption taking the win, and the most likely matchup, looking at the seedings, is Assumption versus Washington, but of course you got to win. So we'll be getting the first pitch off here in a moment, but it should be a good one. Midland will be up to bat first. The Demons having to stick in the field and keep them off the board. We'll be right back with first pitch after the break.
The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
My name is Levi Lyle. I have lived in Kielder my entire life, but I've been an organic farmer for about a decade. Truly, the reason to do business locally is because of the joy and fulfillment that comes in relationships. Coming to Professional Proteins is an opportunity to work with good people.
Check out Community Profiles every Thursday, where our host, Greta Clemens, talks with people from around Washington about their stories and highlighting upcoming events. Make sure to tune in to Community Profiles every Thursday at 10 on the Southeast Iowa Live Facebook and YouTube page.
At Wolf Floral, you'll find everything you need to spruce up your summer. Located on the southeast corner of the Washington Square, we've got you covered from small gift items to the finest floral arrangements around. Wolf Floral, unique by choice, not by chance.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation, Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union encourages positive behavior.
Pride, respect, leadership, and sportsmanship on the court and in the stands.
Remember what a great privilege it is to see your team compete.
Thank you for your attendance. Enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
Welcome back into Washington. Moments away from first pitch of the first round of the Region 5 here in the regional tournament. Looking for Washington's first state tourney appearance since 2014 when they placed fourth. And this is a team that could very well do it. 14-1 in conference play, 26-9 overall. And they have played some tough games all season long, including their last time out here in Washington. They played Louisa Muscatine, the number 2 team in the class below Washington. And that was quite the battle. We saw Bella Salazar take over game 1 there in the circle, and she pitched pretty well there at the beginning, but you know, Muscatine, they kept going at her, and they eventually got back into this ball game. A couple of errors made by the Demon defense helped out, but 4 earned runs for Salazar. She completed the entire game, 7 innings, only 3 strikeouts. So she was still able to pull out the win, but not the normal dominance that they normally see from Salazar. But tonight she's going to have to be her best. Molly Reese stepping in for the Eagles as the leadoff batter of the game. She's got a .505 average, a .558 on-base percentage, and the infield is creeping way up in here to start the ball game. First pitch to her is a ball. But this infield looks ready for a bunt. The corner's creeping in, and even the second baseman and shortstop are a couple feet in from where they usually are. The 1-1 count starts off Molly Reese. Reese has only walked 11 times, but she has 47 hits. Only struck out 15. She's got a home run and a couple of doubles, but she's probably not going to be swinging away unless they have some runners on. A 2-1 count. Miller is quite literally at the circle in her second base spot. I mean, they are selling out that it's going to be a bunt here. 3-1 count. Salazar not looking to start the game with a walk. A ball flying onto the field, so they got to get rid of that. Seems like this game just keeps getting on delayed over and over again with all the rain earlier. Now the kickball. What's next? Here it comes. 3-1 pitch, swung on, fouled away. It'll be a full count. It's the normal infield for the Demon defense. Hartman at third, Leighton Salazar at short, Reagan Miller at second, and Colby Griner at first. There's called strike 3. The first down of the ball game on one of the best hitters in this ball game, going down on strikes and not even taking a bid at it. What a pitch from Salazar. Emma Houston will be up. This is where the lineup kind of becomes a little shaky. Besides Shea Benhart and Molly Reese, they don't have a single batter on this Eagles team batting above 250. Emma Houston at 225, a 258 on base percentage. But if they're going to want to stick in this game with the Demons, they're going to have to keep Washington off the board. They're going to have to jump on them early. The Demons, if they score first, they typically go on to win those games. We saw in Game 2 against the Louisa Muscatine, the Falcons jumped on the Demons early and were able to keep that lead for most of the game. The Demons were able to kind of pull a little closer there at the end, and they never really gave up, even though it was an otherwise meaningless game for how the tournament was going to shape out. But, man, the day battle, they got the bases loaded in the 7th when they were down 6. And the comeback didn't happen, but we talked to Coach Oberman after the game, and he said it was great to see the competitiveness, and it's a great habit to be in and to be ready for tournament play. Here's the 1-2, swing and a miss, back-to-back case to start the game for Bella Salazar. She has been dialed in so far, coming back from being down a 3-1 count to the leadoff batter, but this time against Houston, it was all Salazar taking control from the beginning. Now Shea Benhart up to bat. First pitch in there for a strike. Safe to say Salazar has the control right now. It's always questionable when a game gets delayed. You never know if the accuracy is going to be there. One hopper to Reagan Miller. She picks it up cleanly. Throw to first in time. 3 up, 3 down for the Demons. They're going to look to get on the board first here when we get back for the bottom of the first.
At WCHC, our goal is to take great care of our patients and our staff.
We are able to approach you, take care of your issues, but also give you a path, as far as referrals or treating you right then and there.
Our role in the community is taking care of something that matters to everyone. It's their family and their health.
More than you expect for your health care.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you with a flexible financing you need to install that all-season room or remodel your kitchen with a home equity line of credit. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Summer is here, and Fairway's got you covered all baseball and softball season long. With a large variety and low prices, Fairway is the easy home run choice for all your grocery needs. Make Fairway your home field advantage.
A scoreless top of the first from Bella Salazar in the circle. 2 strikeouts, 1 swinging, 1 looking. And now Leighton Salazar will be up. She has been the star of the season. Well on her way to her 3rd All-State selection. 540 average, 587 on-base percentage, and a 653 slugging percentage. That comes from 14 doubles, 53 singles, 30 RBIs. And the big thing about Salazar is the speed. She's got 52 stolen bases, only been thrown out 3 times this season, and has scored 54 runs. If she gets on the board, good things happen in that inning. She gets started off with a ball. It's Gabby Franzen in the circle for the Eagles. In her last game, she pitched against a tough opponent, Inamosa, and she made it 4 innings. The game ended after 4, so she pitched the full game, but not a complete game, and it was a tough outing for her. 7 earned runs, 9 total, 7 hits, 5 walks, and only 2 strikeouts, with a 3.0 walks and hits per inning pitched. So her big thing is going to be keeping runners off the base paths. But a 4-pitch walk to start the ball game is not how she gets that done. Leighton Salazar takes first without even having to try too hard, taking all 4 pitches, and now you got to think she's going to be taking second here soon. It's going to be up to Emma Houston, the catcher, of the Eagles to try and keep her at bay. But there she goes on the first pitch. And there, safely before the throw. It gets out in the center field, and there's another stolen base there. Salazar takes second, then third, as the throw gets by the shortstop. And really, that throw didn't get too far past her. I mean, the center fielder, Olivia Coates, was right there to pick it up. But the speed from Salazar makes that all possible. And now the go-ahead run to start the ball game is on third base for Ella Griner. The first strike thrown from Franzen right there. 1-1 count. Ella Griner's also had a phenomenal year, just like a lot of this offense. Here's a high pop-up in the shallow center field underneath and dropped. Hadley Doslin drops it, and it brings home Leighton Salazar for the first run of the ball game. The Demons are up 1-0.
Now batting the first baseman, number 20.
Ella Griner able to reach first on what looked like a fairly routine fly ball, pop fly to Hadley Doslin. Here's another high flyer to shallow right field. That one pops out of Doslin's hand as well. All runners are safe around the horn, and there's a runner on second and a runner on first. A couple of errors from Doslin, and that could be the effect of having a rain delay. You get all locked in before the game, then all of a sudden at around 6:15 it starts pouring. There's no more warming up, and you kind of got to just redo your entire schedule. The game was supposed to start at 7, and then it gets started until 8, and here is this Eagles defense just struggling right out of the gate. Olivia Anderson will take first base on the hit by pitch, and the bases are loaded. I mean, what a start for the Demons. They have not had to do too much at all to get things going. A couple of walks and a couple of errors, and they're already up 1-0. Bella Salazar now up to bat with the bases loaded. Salazar, not only phenomenal in the circle, but she's had a great season this year in the batter's box. She has 26 RBIs and looking for more here. A great opportunity to do it. She's only struck out 8 times, but she takes strike 1 right there. A first pitch strike that was thrown all game, but Franzen bounces back with a ball, so it's even at 1-1. Here's the pitch, swung on, driven, left center field. That's going to be trouble. Caught on the run by Olivia Coates. The throw in, not going to stop the runner from scoring, so the Demons play a second, but what a play to save at least a run, possibly 2 by Olivia Coates.
Now batting the right fielder, number 19, Hallie Cutterback.
Hallie Cutterback will be up to bat. She's in her senior year, started the year off struggling a little bit in the circle. But here's another pop fly in the center field. Coates makes the play and a quick 2. But Cutterback, she's going to be key here in the postseason if the Demons want to make a deep run, especially if they can make it all the way to Fort Dodge in the state tournament. They'll have to be using 2 pitchers a little more frequently than we've seen. And it seems like Cutterback right now is the hot hand between her and Colby Griner, but there's no better time to shift your season around, turn it around, and get hot than the postseason. So we'll see if Griner can get things going as well. Having 3 elite pitchers would pay dividends for this Demons team if they're able to make it all the way. But Franzen having a good bounce back here. An 0-2 count to Mackenzie Messer. A couple of errors has hurt this Eagles team a ton, but also the inaccuracy from Franzen to start the game. It allowed the first runner to score and basically allowed for the second with the help of the errors. But other than that, I mean, this Demon offense hasn't done too much Just a couple of fly balls into the outfield. Still looking for their first hit of the ball game. Here's the 2-2. Fouled into the backstop. We'll redo it again. Mackenzie Messer this season, her freshman year, batting .301. She's had 22 RBIs, and she sits in on that one. A full count with 2 runners on and 2 away. Demons already getting 2 across, but you'd love to have more. You'd hate to strand a couple runners on, and that'll be a walk as that one misses on the outside corner of the plate. So the bases are back to loaded for Natalie Hartman. And one of the stories that we've been following here in the Southeast Iowa Video Network has been how this softball team, how the bottom of the order can hit. And that's usually can tend to show you how this offense is going to play if the 8 and 9 hitters are able to get on base and make things easier for Leighton Salazar at the top of the order to bring home some runners. And, you know, she's got 30 RBIs in that leadoff spot, so obviously they've been doing it a lot. But a 1-1 count here for Natalie Hartman. She's batting .253. That on-base percentage, though, .379 is the key part. Just a great eye up there. 15 walks compared to 20 hits in her 79 at-bats. The 2-1 pitch bounces off the sand and hits Hartman and brings home the 3rd runner of the ballgame. I mean, it has just been the Demons allowing the Eagles to make the mistakes here early on. They haven't done too much on offense. No hits. Been hit by a pitch twice and a couple of walks. And then it was the 2 errors by Dosland at second that helped the Demons bring a couple runs across. But now Reagan Miller in the 9 spot. A 1-0 count with the bases loaded. That pitch finds the zone, 1-1. I think it's safe to say that Gabby Franzen is going to have to figure things out quickly here, or else things could get out of reach. She started in 17 games this season, has a 4-14 record, over 104 innings pitched, with 101 earned runs. She's got a 6.78 ERA. And she's looking to get out of this inning, but it gets past the shortstop, McKinnon Dole. That brings home 1 run, and the throw-in bounces off the chest plate of Emma Houston and brings home a 2nd run. Both runners will advance on the throw, and the 2 RBI single makes this game 5-0 early on.
Now batting number 1, the shortstop, Leighton Salazar.
I mean, you cannot dream up a better start for the Demons than this. Already up 5-0 in the top of the first, and they finally just got their first base hit of the ball game. That pitch misses in the dirt for ball 1. Salazar back up at the plate. She's got Reagan Miller on second and Natalie Hartman on third. It was Mackenzie Messer and Olivia Anderson scoring for the Demons. But now they have the opportunity for even more with 2 away. 2-0 up top. A 3-0 count. Salazar has yet to see a strike. She has just sat in there and not gotten anything hittable. And, you know, a hitter at that caliber is definitely trying to swing at anything that she thinks she can hit. But, I mean, that one's like a foot off the plate. And it'll give Salazar a free bag. Though she won't be able to be too dangerous on the base paths with the bases loaded. She's got 2 runners in front of her. However, if a ball finds a gap, she's got all the potential in the world to find home plate. all the way from first. Ella Greiner, she reached earlier this inning on an error by Dosland at second. Later came around to score. She gets started out with a strike. And she'll take a hack at it. That's a deep drive to left center field. One hop to the fence. That's going to bring home 3 more runs for the Demons as she clears the bases with that double. A 3-run double, and it has been all Washington here in the first inning. 3 up, 3 down in the top. The first 2 strikeouts for Bella Salazar. And then the Demons capitalizing on the many Eagle mistakes and getting up 8-0 before the Eagles can get the 3rd out of the ball game. The first pitch, the Colby Griner, misses for a ball. This pitch swung on, popped up, drifting foul and landing. No harm done, but strike 2. Or strike 1, apologies. 1-1 count. But coming out of the rain delay, I mean, the Demons have been ready to play, ready to attack, and it seems like the Eagles just have not been as sharp. They get up to bat, and the first 2 batters strike out, and the last one grounds out to second. Though good contact, a nice one-hopper as the ball's dropped there by Franzen. I mean, it'll take a lot of mental strength to pull yourself out of this one so far. Another walk puts 2 runners on. I mean, this has just been a disaster start for the Eagles. Only 2 hits so far in this inning, but 8 runs have came across to score, 2 errors, and the rest have been walks. There's been 6 walks or hit by pitches. And now a 1-0 count to start Olivia Anderson, who walked earlier in this inning. I was back when there were no outs. 2 outs right now. Both were fly balls to center field. One a great play by Olivia Coates. If you're looking for anything positive to take out of the inning, Olivia Coates had some great defense that originally saved a couple runs there earlier. But those runs would come across to score. And the 1-1 drops in. A nice curveball that we haven't really seen too much of. A 1-2 count to Anderson. Goes for the breaking ball again. Popped up and hits the ground. The count remains the same, 1-2. Olivia Anderson has been exceptional at the plate, but also behind the dish. We saw her last game behind the dish, game 1 against Louisa Muscatine. She had a couple of runners caught stealing and some big moments as the Falcons continued to hang with the Demons all game, even though the Demons went up 5-0 in the early innings. She was a big reason why they were able to get out of it there in the final inning. And, I mean, it was just huge defense played by the Demons all game. There's a line drive, base hit in the center field. Another run will come across the score. Anderson will advance to second on the throw in. It's 9-0, Demons on top. So 2 runners in scoring position now after that RBI base hit from Anderson. Lily Magdafrau out there on second. pinch running. And Bella Salazar up to bat. She takes ball one. The 1-0 also inside. That one gets past the catcher, and that'll bring home another runner. Colby Griner comes in as the 10th run of the inning. And the 10-0 lead has basically put this game on ice here in the first inning. I mean, it would be exceptional to see Midland battle back in this one, but I mean, nothing we have seen in this inning has shown it. A couple of errors by the defense. The pitcher, Franzen, hasn't been able to find the zone too consistently, as Salazar just stands in there and rests on that 3-0 pitch. Was taken all the way, 3-1. The first time through the order, it was the Demons just taking advantage of mistakes, but this time they're putting some good bats on the ball. There's a pop-up in the foul territory, and Olivia Paulson puts it in to this inning that has put the Demons up 10-0. We will head up to the second here after the break and see if Midland can put a couple runs on the board.
At Washington Lumber and Home Center, our extensive knowledge, great pricing, and a long list of local installation experts, you are guaranteed to get the service you deserve with the quality you should expect. Washington Lumber and Home Center, your local place for great results.
At Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction, we provide everything from design to complete installation of your kitchen cabinets. For small town service with competitive prices, Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction are here for you.
I love helping people. I always wanted to help people. That's what I love the most.
We do a really good job of growing our own, but also we are able to take your skills, adapt them to what we need, or grow them as well.
Our leadership group here, they are actively involved, always supportive of our new ideas and innovation here at the hospital.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics. Apply today.
The first time in what seems like ages, the Demons are back out in the field. It was a 22-minute first inning. The majority of the Demons up to bat. 10 runs there in the bottom of the first after Bella Salazar went to work in the top of the first. 2 strikeouts, 1 swinging, 1 looking. And then a sharp ground out to second. Got some help from Reagan Miller. But she's had a lot of time to think about these next at-bats, and she starts out Paulson with a strike. The next pitch in there for strike 2. I mean, it's just got to be so comfortable to be out there right now in the circle. You're up 10-0. You know, there's not as much pressure on you to make the right pitches, and you are just kind of given the green light to just pound the zone and attack. Not really worry too much if they start getting the bat on the ball yet. I mean, it's a lot of cushion there, the 10 runs. You know, in football, that's even a 2-possession lead. In softball, it's going to take a lot to come back. There's called strike 3, another strikeout. Make that 3 through the first 4 batters of this ball game. McKenna Dahl will now be up to bat. The junior batting .200, a .349 on base percentage. And she's tasked with trying to be the first base runner in the ball game for the Eagles, as their hopes have already dwindled significantly here. Swing and a miss there. An 0-2 count. I mean, Salazar has been dialed, or a 1-1 count. That first pitch missed, but 1-1. And this one swung into the gap. I'll get down for extra bases as Ella Griner runs over that ball. So a double for McKenna Dahl, and the first base runner is aboard for the Eagles. And if you are the Midland head coach right now, you're telling your team that you just got to start with 1. I mean, a 10-run lead seems insurmountable, but you never know. I mean, there's no time limit on this game. There's outs. If you can get 10 runs across in 21 outs and not allow any more runs, well, we'll be going extras. But you got to start with one. And Gabby Franzen, the pitcher, here at the plate, has a great opportunity to get one across, though two really powerful strikes from Bella Salazar. Starts her off 0-2. The double from McKenna Dahl was just absolutely laced into right center field. I mean, that was a great piece of hitting. I think it just kind of surprised everyone here in Washington wearing the orange and black. You kind of think you scored 10 runs in the first, maybe the other team will roll over, but I think McKenna Dahl is hoping that hit gets the rest of the team going, but Gabby Franzen will go down swinging. Strikeout number 4.
Now batting right fielder number 7, Miley Streets.
Miley Streets now up to bat. She's had a tough freshman season for Midland, an .059 average. She got the on-base percentage up to .273, though. But not a lot of games where she's been able to take at-bats. Only 17 at-bats this season. This time, she will ground one. That's between third and short. A good stop to keep it in the infield by Leighton Salazar, but the infield single will put runners on the corner. So in her 17th at-bat of the season, her 18th at-bat of the season, she will get her second hit of the year. Olivia Coates now up to bat. She had the great play out in center field that originally saved a couple of runs. I mean, on the run in left center field, I thought for sure that ball was getting down, but she proved me wrong and made a great play with the glove. And I reached down to her hip to grab it. Swing and a miss there. A 1-1 count with 2 away. Runners on the corner. McKenna Dahl on third. Miley Streets on first. There's strike 2. And Salazar has yet to get behind in the count all game long. And this is the kind of pitcher the Demons are going to need her to be these next couple weeks as they try and get the run going. There's strike 3. A couple of hits amount to nothing, and 3 strikeouts gets her total up to 5 Ks to start the day off. We'll head to the bottom of the second, see if the Demons can add some more runs.
Your adventure starts here. Capper Auto Group, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram will get you ready in style. Meet with our friendly and experienced team to find a vehicle that gets you on the road, and rely on our service shop to keep you there. Capper Auto Group. See yourself the Capper experience.
The definition of sportsmanship is the quality of showing fairness.
Respect and generosity towards the opposing team and officials.
The things you say and do are a direct reflection of your school and community.
Please stay positive and enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
Enjoy the game.
Well, new pitcher for Midland after the disaster first inning. Isabella Franzen, the 8th grader, will take over in the circle. And we have this broadcast presented by Fairway Meat and Grocery of Washington here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. 10-0 is your score. Isabella Franzen, 6 games started, a 10.40 ERA, 19 strikeouts, but 32 walks and 75 hits allowed. A 329 opponent batting average. So you got to figure this is the Eagles just trying to get some of their young pitchers some experience against a really talented Washington team. I mean, they batted through the order and more. They're in the top of the first. A total of 14 at-bats. Just absolutely absurd. And, I mean, a lot of it was credited to the patience at the plate and not chasing anything too far out of the zone. He took 4 walks, got 2 hit by pitches, and only had 3 base hits. A 1-1 count to Hallie Cuddyback. She is one of the few that did not reach in that inning. Flew out in the center field, and now 1-2 count. The 1-2, and the shallow left center field getting after it is Molly Reese making the play. Another great play by the outfielders. Will be the first out of the inning. I mean, the fielding out there from Reese and Olivia Coates so far today has been nothing short of perfect. No mistakes back there. And they've had some tough plays. It's not like they're getting routine fly balls to them. I mean, they're having to run into the gap and get under these fly balls that, you know, are hit hard and are pretty close to line drives. A sharp launch angle off the bat. Mackenzie Messer now at the plate, a 1-1 count. So last inning, the 10 runs, there wasn't a lot of electricity on the way to those 10 runs, but Ella Griner certainly provided a lot of the excitement with the bases loaded and 2 away. In her second at-bat of the ball game, she laced a double, 1 hopper to the fence in the left center field, and that brought home 3 runs. Now here's a shot into the gap. That one will just fall short of the fence. But Messer rolls in the second with the double.
Now batting third baseman number 7, Natalie Hartman.
So another runner in scoring position for the Demons. And Natalie Hartman up the bat. First pitch to her called a strike. Was off speed. This one hard hit between the third baseman and shortstop. The stop sign gets put on Messer. So the base hit from Hartman will put runners on the corner.
Now batting second baseman number 6, Reagan Miller.
This inning now, the Demons doing more of the work to get the runners aboard with a couple of nice hits. And now Reagan Miller's up to bat. She provided the first hit of the ball game in the 9th spot. It brought home 2 runs. And she would eventually come around to score. There goes Hartman, gets the stolen base. So both runners are in scoring position now. We saw a throwdown on the first stolen base when Leighton Salazar took second on the first pitch of the second at bat. She made it over the third as the ball got away from McKenna Dahl. And we haven't seen a throwdown yet since from Emma Houston. A 3-0 count to Miller. She sits on it. The bat never leaves her shoulder. The 3-1 count. Hitters count. She'll be ready to swing if she gets a good pitch. And she doesn't. She'll take first base. This will load the bases yet again for the Demons. The 3rd time they've done so this ball game.
Leighton Salazar.
Able to clear them both times. They only left 1 runner on, amazingly, there in the first. Olivia Anderson had a base hit that brought home a run. And she was just unable to score, but she was the only one on base. Here's a fly ball in the shallow left center field. Another great catch by Coates on the run. Chasing it down in the gap, sending Leighton Salazar back to the dugout. That was the first strike that she had seen all night, walking on 4-pitch walks, her first 2 at-bats. She jumped on that one, but great fielding sends her back to the dugout. 2 outs now with the bases loaded. Ella Griner looking to use some of her magic from the first inning with that bases clearing double. 1-1 count. Isabella Franzen working a little more efficiently than Gabby Franzen. A lot more contact allowed. Shallow center field. It'll drop right in front of Coates, and that'll bring home another couple of runs for the Demons. It is now 12-0 with the runners on second and third. Five RBIs for Ella Griner. I mean, she has been put in the perfect situations, and she has delivered each time. The bases loaded twice, able to bring home 5 runs off of that. She scored twice as well, so she's been a part of 7 of the 12 runs of this ball game. 1-0 misses outside. 2-0 to Colby Griner. Colby Griner reached on an error there in the first, and later in the first walked and would come around to score as the 10th runner of the ball game. Two-one count. Swung on, hard hit. Right there between Paulson and Dahl. Splits the gap, brings home a couple more runs, and it's 14-0 Demons on top with the double from Colby Griner. I mean, this is complete domination by the Demons so far in this game. I think teams in this region are going to take a look at the box score, and they're going to realize they're in for some trouble. This Demon team has came to play here in the postseason as they look to reach the state tournament for the first time since 2014. Trying to break a 10-year drought. That ball down low for ball 2. I mean, this is how you set the tone, though, to start off the playoffs. You know, sometimes the pressure can get to you. Your game drops a little bit. You know, the lights get too bright, as they say. But the Demons living up to it right now as that one goes through the legs of McKenna Dahl. That'll bring home another run. And Anderson will advance to second on the throw-in. It is 15-0. Demons on top. Pinch runner coming out. It's Lily Magnafro.
Running at second base, number 13. That's Lily Magnafro. Now batting Bella Salazar.
But a runner on second, 2 away, and Salazar there at the plate. And out of the 15 runs in this ball game, 13 of them have been scored with 2 outs. They've been helped out by a couple of errors in the top of the first, but they have done their job getting runs across the board. A couple of rain delays, it looks like, throughout the region, but Assumption Comanche underway. The second inning, it's 3-0. Assumption on top so far, so they're off to a good start. You know, I'd say not quite as good as the Demons, but you know, 3-0 lead will definitely play in the second inning. Runners on first and second now.
Now batting 19, Hallie Cudbeck.
Kalia Gertis there on first base. It's one of the couple of 8th graders here on this varsity team. They're both on the base paths right now, Lily Magdafro and Kalia Gertis. One 0 count to Cuddyback. And it just seems like these bottom of the innings, the Demons are able to make it go on forever. It seems endless. I mean, it's been so tough for the Eagles to get that third out in both innings. And they have batted around in both innings now. Cuddyback led off here in the second. Flew out in the left field. It was a great play by Molly Reese to get underneath. And the Eagles, they are at the point where they just kind of hope any ball that is pitched just ends up in left field because that's the best chance for an out. And almost all of their outs have come from either the left fielder or the center fielder. 4 of their 5 outs in this game have been by Molly Reese in left or Olivia Coates in center. And now another walk loads the bases yet again with 2 away. They've been able to empty them both times. Can the Demons do it again? Mackenzie Messer 1 for 1 today. Walked her first time up in the first inning, then started this inning off with a double. This is a Demon team that can hit all the way through the lineup. There's not really a true weak spot. Even for those with averages down in the 200s, I mean, they all have an on-base percentage in the starting lineup 300 and over, except for Reagan Miller, but hers is 299, so we'll call that basically 300. I like to round up. Here's a ground ball up the middle. They're going to poke through, and another couple of runs will come across this score. A 2-run single from Mackenzie Messer. It is now 17-0.
Now batting number 7, Natalie Hartman.
Natalie Hartman up to bat, singled earlier this inning, stole second base, came around to score, and was also hit by a pitch in the first inning, scored there as well.
At the end of 2 innings of play, Washington 17, Midland 0.
And we will head now to the top of the third there after another big 7-run inning. 17-0. We'll be back at the break.
Here at the Morning Breath, we start every morning with style and grace.
Give me a
Engaging you with thoughtful and critically thinking topics to start your day.
Did you know that Pop-Tarts are like horrible for you?
While always maintaining a professional and family-friendly environment.
John, you're no longer a virgin.
Oh, and all the other stuff.
Flowers. Yes. We talk on all over the world.
There's another word for that, Peter. What do we call that? Cold.
It is cold. It's going to get
Weekdays at 7:15, only on the Southeast Iowa Video Network Facebook and YouTube page.
So after 2, it's 17-0. 7 runs scored in the second. The inning ending with Allie Cuddyback taking off a little early there on second. But, I mean, the damage is done, and I think the Demons now are just going out there and, you know, getting some good reps on defense and just trying to wrap up the 4 innings as quickly as possible. The Eagles they could go on a little longer than that, but 17-0 is quite the lead the Demons have got. I mean, I know I've said it earlier, but if you are a team in this region or even a team going to that has state aspirations, you're going to look at this score and, it should frighten you a little bit. This is a Demon team that is ready to play in the postseason. They're hungry. I mean, they haven't been to state in 10 years, and they're trying not to make it 11. Another strikeout from Bella Salazar. And if the offense hadn't scored 17 runs, then Bella Salazar's pitching would be the story of the ball game. I mean, she has been great. On 2 hits last inning, but that is 6 strikeouts now in this ball game. Last one, the Hadley Doslin. Now back to the top of the order, Molly Reese. This is where the Demons, not saying they shouldn't focus on the rest of the game, but up 17-0, you kind of get relaxed. But, I mean, I think this is where they really need to just focus in and treat it like it's 0-0 with Molly Reese, Emma Houston, and Shea Benhart due up here. I mean, it's still a strong top of the order. They're still talented hitters. With Reese batting over 500, it's good reps for what they're going to see the rest of the way. I mean, once you get into the postseason, each round gets a little tougher. So you got to remain playing at the top of your game. No 2 count to Reese now. You see Colby Griner at first, back to her normal spot, but Reagan Miller still right there in the circle, basically. And that third, Hartman, is halfway up the line. Leighton Salazar is about 6 feet in front of her normal spot in shortstop. So they got a shift on her, but you're leaving Colby Griner out there close to the first, most likely so she can cover when needed if this ball gets put in play. The 1-2 pitch swung on into the outfield, but a nice grab by Ella Griner. She had the shift put on as well, playing in shallow center field, leaning to the left. She's able to run back and make a great play. Over the shoulder catch. It's just like she's catching a deep shot in football. A nice play for out number 2. Only the second out in the ball game that wasn't via strikeout. Bella Salazar has been absolutely tuned into this one. Just finding the zone. Seems like every pitch, that one missing by a hair. This is the kind of accuracy and dominance the Demons are going to need the rest of the way from Bella Salazar. 3-0 count, though. She's got to find a way to bounce back. I think if something's going to kill this Demon squad in the postseason, it's going to be if they allow any big innings. I mean, they've got a great offense, but if they allow a crooked number on the board, it can flip a game around and they can fall behind. And that puts a ton of pressure on in all these winner-go-home games. So they're going to need to learn how to work out of these scenarios where they kind of lose it a little bit. Some runners get on, but they'll have to get out of it without any damage. Runner on first here. Shea Benhart up to bat. A 1-0 count. Swung on and fouled away. Shea Benhart, just a freshman. It's a pretty young crew for the Eagles. They don't have a ton of juniors who get a lot of action. Couple of seniors, Molly Reese, Olivia Coates, and Olivia Paulson, 3 starters that will be missed after this year, but they've got a lot of youth Adley Dosland, Shea Benhart, Miley Streets, and Isabella Franzen, who we saw in the circle. They got a couple more. I've seen some action, but those are the main ones. And, they got a couple sophomores that play a little bit as well. You got some youth to this team, and they're certainly going to have to challenge themselves to never forget about this one and try and bounce back in the next year. But a quick out there for out number 3. Only one reaches. No one comes across. 17-0 as we head to the bottom of the third.
Breaking news.
Are you looking for a sports show with intensity?
And we'll see you in court, Mark Cuban, you broke bum.
Are you looking for a sports show with passion?
Moment of silence for the name Wells Fargo Arena.
And are you looking for a sports show with whatever this is?
And today we are counting down Justin Bieber's top 10 girlfriends. That's right.
Make sure to check out Andy and Hunter every Thursday on Prep Sports Plus, breaking down all the high school sports from across the Southeast Iowa region, talking about all your favorite schools such as Washington, Mount Pleasant, Fairfield, Waco, Winfield Mount Union, Pekin, and so much more. Make sure to check out Prep Sports Plus every Thursday at noon on the Southeast Iowa Live Facebook and YouTube page. The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Welcome back here. Bottom of the third coming up. 17-0 Demons. We're watching here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network, sponsored by Fairway Meat and Grocery. The Demons have just taken over this ball game, and if you're just now tuning in, we're about an hour into this game, only through a couple of innings here in the first round of the regional tournament, sponsored by Washington County Hospital and Clinic. It has been dominance by Bella Salazar in the circle, and now the offense gets to go back out and try some things out. You saw last inning, presumably the Demons stepping off the base a little early just to get out of the inning, up 17-0. There's a pop up there into the infield. At this point, the game already started an hour late. You got a lot of rain tomorrow. They're going to try and get a practice in, but you never know what will happen. And then we're back into action, barring some miracle today. On Saturday, likely facing Central Lee, unless Monticello is able to pull it out. And the final score now has came across in that game. Central Lee 11-0 with the victory. That game ended in a run rule after 4 innings of play. They had 3 runs in the first, 4 in the second, and 4 in the third. Well, not quite as many runs as the Demons, but definitely a dominant win for Central Lee. It should be a good one on Saturday. It's going to be competitive. Central Lee is 22-8 this season. They just lost to Louisa Muscatine 9-5 to end their regular season, as there goes Reagan Miller over the first base with a walk. And that's a Falcon team that the Demons just played a doubleheader against to end their own regular season. They split that one, as there's a meeting in the circle by the Eagles. But Central Lee, I mean, they've had a great season, and, they loaded their schedule up at the end of the year, especially with Burlington. The game against Burlington, they had a double header that didn't get played there a couple of days ago on July 7th. But before that, they had a nice little streak. They took a couple of tough losses to West Liberty and Valley. Of course, Valley all the way up in the top class, lost 1-11 in that. These two teams met earlier. We got Looks like a new pitcher out there for the Eagles. So I'll get back to the Central League preview here after the break as the Eagles have a new pitcher coming up.
My name is Levi Lyle. I have lived in Kyoto my entire life, but I've been an organic farmer for about a decade. Truly the reason to do business locally is because of the joy and fulfillment that comes in relationships. Coming to Professional Proteins is an opportunity to work with good people.
Check out Community Profiles every Thursday, where our host, Greta Clemens, talks with people from around Washington about their stories and highlighting upcoming events. Make sure to tune in to Community Profiles every Thursday at 10 on the Southeast Iowa Live Facebook and YouTube page.
At Wolf Floral, you'll find everything you need to spruce up your summer. Located on the southeast corner of the Washington Square, we've got you covered from small gift items to the finest floral arrangements around. Wolf Floral, unique by choice, not by chance.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Back here in Washington, it's round one of the regional tournament here, sponsored by Coleman Construction. It is officially postseason time, and I mean, what a way to start if you are the Washington Demons. 17-0 here, not even through 3 innings. We're seeing the third pitcher for the Eagles, Cora Schroeder, the sophomore out there for the Eagles. She is the third pitcher that's pitched this season and the third pitcher in this game, so probably the last one we'll see from the Eagles, especially with the run rule probably coming into effect after this inning. 10 after 4, and it's 17-0, and that one is an error by the infield, and they're able to reach there. Salazar back on base. But before the break, I was looking at the potential matchup for Saturday night. Will be the Demons most likely taking on Central Lee. And they met earlier on June 25th. Demons took the win, 5-3. Here's a just hard line drive out there in the right field. Oh, there's a couple runners caught up between third and home, and they will both score anyway. Or one will score, sorry, and one will be safe. They'll both be safe anyway. So a mistake there on the base pass, but Washington able to escape without any scars. So the base hit brings home the 18th run of this ball game. Salazar over to third. And Reagan Miller across the score. Now Colby Griner up to bat. And there she goes over to first base after getting hit by the pitch. But in that 5-3 game, it was at Central Lee. 2-2 at the end of one. Then Central Lee scored in the bottom of the second to make it 3-2. And that score would hold until the top of the 7th inning when Washington put on some clutch runs, some big hits, and scored 3 runs in the top of the 7th. Allie Cuddyback went 7 innings, only allowing 2 earned runs. That one's fouled away by Olivia Anderson. Leighton Salazar scored 2 runs in that 5-3 victory. Ella Griner added 1, and Colby Griner added 2. Colby Griner and Anderson had 2 RBIs apiece. That was only 4 RBIs. Colby Griner with the triple was the big hit of the ball game. But if history repeats itself, it should be a great game on Saturday, as that one just hangs fair and will bring home a couple more runs. It's 20-0 Washington on top. And they continue just to pile it on. A 2-run double from Olivia Anderson. I mean, this middle of the order has just absolutely been loading up the box score with RBIs. Pinch runner coming out. That's Lily Magdafro. Runners on second and third. Bella Salazar up to bat. She's walked, popped out, and flew out looking for her first hit of the ball game, but she's been a little more focused on pitching than she has hitting, especially with this lead. But now a great opportunity to bring some more runs across with 2 runners in scoring position. We'll see if she's able to get it done or not. 1-1 count. But 20-0. I mean, that is a football score right there. That is just impressive from Washington. I mean, keep harping on it, but it's just how impressive it is. The throw to first was not in time. Or was in time, got the out. Runner scores 21-0.
Now value 19, Hallie Kovac.
He's always a good influence on everybody who stays there.
That pitch misses down low. Hallie Cuddy back up. You probably expect the same lineup on Saturday when they play Central Lee. I mean, we've seen the bottom of the order be changed around a little bit. There's a base hit from Cuddy back, and run 22 comes across.
Now value 23, Mackenzie Messer.
No Cuddy backs on first. 22-0. Cuddyback will step off for the third out. And we will now head to the top of the fourth as Washington tries to officially put this game away and put their focus on Central Lee here after the break.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union encourages positive behavior.
Pride, respect, leadership, and sportsmanship on the court and in the stands.
Remember what a great privilege it is to see your team compete.
Thank you for your attendance. Enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
Here in the top of the fourth, it is Hallie Cuddyback taking the circle over for the Demons, getting some postseason reps before they play on Saturday. 22-0. So to make this game go to 5 innings, the Eagles are going to need 13 runs and to keep the Demons off the board in the bottom of the inning. But what will likely be the end of the game here after 3 outs. Hallie Cuddyback will try to pitch as efficiently as Bella Salazar has. We saw Salazar go 3 innings, and she had 6 strikeouts. 6 strikeouts, 9 total outs. I mean, that is exactly what they're going to want in each game. Of course, the competition will get harder. She'll have to pitch better and better throughout the next couple weeks here in July. There's a ground ball over to third. Hartman to first in time. But now they're giving Cuddyback some work. She's had a great end to her season, had a tough outing in that last game. against the Louisa Muscatine Falcons. They lost that one 10-3. She went all 7 innings, but she was unable to get the job done. It was a tough game for her, especially with how good she had been pitching before. She allowed 12 hits, only 6 earned runs, and a .353 opponent batting average. So, I think her goal here in this inning is to continue to throw strikes like she has, but to just miss the bat a little more, especially the barrel of the bat. Saw the Falcons, it gets a little too much hard contact than they would like. Three-1 count here. And first base is awarded to McKenna Dahl. That's the first walk the Demons have issued. Fouled away. Up to bat for the Eagles is Cora Schroeder. 174 average, 283 on base percentage. Has 8 hits this season and 46 at-bats, 4 runs. She's a sophomore. Started in 23 games, so she's going to be a key part of this future for the Eagles as they look to improve upon this season next year. A 1-2 count to Schroeder. Swung on, fouled away. One, two, yet again up top. Counts even now at 2. So Cuddy back. Looking a little more to be as efficient as Salazar, but a strike 3 there. Gets her swinging and back to the dugout for out number 2. Bella Salazar was moving through the top of the innings like it was nothing. Each top half of the inning lasted maybe 5 minutes, probably a little less. She was going quick and pounding the zone. Not a lot of balls were thrown. I don't have the striking ball total, but she only got behind in the count twice. If I remember correctly, only one walk that she issued actually there in the top of the 3rd. Got out of it right away with the ground ball to second. But Reagan Miller, she's made some tough plays. She had a really tough one to end the first. A sharp one-hopper to her. That bounced right before it got to her. She was able to field it cleanly and get it over the first. And then to end the 3rd inning, she made another great play, having to go cover the hole between first and second. One's fouled away, a 2-2 count to Miley Street. One strike away from officially advancing into the semifinals of Region 5. One more strike from a date with Central Lee, and that one misses. Full count. Here he comes. Swing and a miss there. That's the ball game. The Demons with the dominant 22-0 victory here in the quarterfinals of the regionals. Looking for a chance to go to the state tournament. A huge win for the Demons, and I'll break it down and have an interview with Coach Oberman here after this break.
WCHC, our goal is to take great care of our patients and our staff.
We are able to approach you, take care of your issues, but also give you a path, as far as referrals or treating you right then and there.
Our role in the community is taking care of something that matters to everyone. It's their family and their health.
More than you expect for your health care.
At First Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you with a flexible financing you need to install that all-season room or remodel your kitchen with a home equity line of credit. Connect with First today and see why together is better.
Summer is here, and Fairway's got you covered all baseball and softball season long. With a large variety and low prices, Fairway is the easy home run choice for all your grocery needs. Make Fairway your home field advantage.
At Washington Lumber and Home Center, our extensive knowledge, great pricing, and a long list of local installation experts, you are guaranteed to get the service you deserve with the quality you should expect. Washington Lumber and Home Center, your local place for great results.
At Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction, we provide everything from design to complete installation of your kitchen cabinets. For small town service with competitive prices, Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction are here for you.
I love helping people. I always wanted to help people. That's what I love the most.
We do a really good job of growing our own, but also we are able to take your skills, adapt them to what we need, or grow them as well.
Our leadership group here, they are actively involved, always supportive of our new ideas and innovation here at the hospital.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics. Apply today.
Your adventure starts here. Capper Auto Group, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram will get you ready in style. Meet with our friendly and experienced team to find a vehicle that gets you on the road and rely on our service shop to keep you there. Capper Auto Group. See yourself the Capper experience.
The definition of sportsmanship is the quality of showing fairness.
Respect and generosity towards the opposing team and officials.
The things you say and do are a direct reflection of your school and community.
Please stay positive and enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game. Enjoy the game.
Here at The Morning Breath, we start every morning with style and grace. Engaging you with thoughtful and critically thinking topics to start your day.
Do you know that Pop-Tarts are horrible for you?
While always maintaining a professional and family-friendly environment.
John, you're no longer a virgin.
Oh, and all the other stuff.
Flowers.
Yes.
Read the bottom. We talk on all over the world.
There's another word for that, Peter. What do we call that?
Cold.
It is cold. It's going to get
Weekdays at 7:15, only on the Southeast Iowa Video Network Facebook and YouTube page.
Welcome in for our post-game show presented by Community First Credit Union. It's a 22-0 win by the Washington Demons as they advance to the semifinals here in Region 5. I mean, at no point in this game did it look like the Demons were ever in trouble. 10 runs in the first inning, and they didn't have to do too much after Salazar just secured it up there in the top of the first. 2 strikeouts to start out the game, then a nice play by Reagan Miller to get out of the top of the first scoreless. A great start, 3 up, 3 down. And then from there, I mean, the start of this game, it didn't look like the offense was really working that well. Leighton Salazar, of course, started off with a walk. Then a couple of errors made by the Eagles' second baseman, Doslin. Loaded the bases up. Olivia Anderson walked to score the first runner. Then there was a sac fly from Bella Salazar and a flyout from Hallie Cuddyback. So the 6 first hitters for the game for the Demons, they scored 2 runs, but they really didn't do too much. Then things got out of control quickly after that. A couple more walks and a hit from Reagan Miller and a bases-clearing 3-run double from Ella Griner really put this game out of reach in the first inning. They would end up scoring 10 runs on 3 hits, 8 earned runs in the first, and that was all off starting pitcher Gabby Franzen for the Eagles, who just went out there and just couldn't find the zone, it looked like. She was obviously pitching away from the star batter, Leighton Salazar, but other than that, I mean, she just had a hard time finding it, and maybe You can relate that back to the delay. She has to re-warm up. It's probably a little tougher on pitchers than it is the batters to get back into the groove of things pregame. But Bella Salazar, she had no issue doing that. 3 innings pitched, 2 hits, 6 strikeouts, and a whole lot of zeros on the box score for her. 0 earned runs, 0 walks, and no errors from the defense behind her, though they didn't have to do much. 6 strikeouts out of the 9 outs she got. She looked absolutely dialed. That's the kind of performance they're going to need here later in this postseason, especially if they do want to make that run. And in their drought of 10 years since they last made the state tournament, that was back in 2014, they ended up in 4th place. So, this is a Demon team that I think their aspirations should be a little higher than 4th place. Especially after tonight, 22-0. Why not try and go for a state championship? You have the pitching to do it. You saw Cuddy back have a great performance. And then, Bella Salazar was the star of the day on the defensive side. Offensively, Ella Greiner, she took advantage of every opportunity she was given. She got on it by an error in the first inning, but from that, 3 hits after that. 2 coming with the bases loaded from those 2 hits. She had 7 RBIs. It was a great time for the Demons. They got to the point where it seemed like the Eagles couldn't get out of innings, but they were eventually able to put it into this ballgame, 22-0. So preview the game on Saturday. It'll be at 7 p.m. here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. You can watch. It'll also be here in Washington. It'll be the Central Lee Hawks coming into town after they had a dominating win themselves, 11-0. Not quite the 22 that Washington scored tonight, but 11-0 will still get the job done. They ended it after 4, just like Washington did, and they scored a lot of runs in each inning. 3 runs in the first, 4 in the second, 4 in the third, and it looks like it's going to be another great matchup between these 2 teams. They met earlier in the season. 5-3 win for Washington, one that was really neck and neck all the way till the end. It was 3-2. Central Lee was on top as the home team going into the 7th inning, and then the Demons were able to pull out in front and win that game with a 3-run top of the 7th. So we will see what will come on Saturday night. It should be a good one, but we are going to go to break. After that, we are hoping to get Ben Oberman on and talk to him and get a recap of this game, what he thought. Surely a lot of positive things. And then we will look forward to Central Lee a little bit. So stay with us after the break.
Breaking news.
Are you looking for a sports show with intensity?
And we'll see you in court, Mark Cuban, you broke bum.
Are you looking for a sports show with passion?
Moment of silence for the name Wells Fargo Arena.
And are you looking for a sports show with whatever this is?
And today we are counting down Justin Bieber's top 10 girlfriends. That's right.
Make sure to check out Andy and Hunter every Thursday on Prep Sports Plus, breaking down all the high school sports from across the Southeast Iowa region, talking about all your favorite schools such as Washington, Mount Pleasant, Fairfield, Waco, Winfield Mount Union, Pekin, and so much more. Make sure to check out Prep Sports Plus every Thursday at noon on the Southeast Iowa Live Facebook and YouTube page. The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
My name is Levi Lyle. I have lived in Kielder my entire life, but I've been an organic farmer for about a decade. Truly, the reason to do business locally is because of the joy and fulfillment that comes in relationships. Coming to Professional Proteins is an opportunity to work with good people.
Check out Community Profiles every Thursday, where our host, Greta Clemens, talks with people from around Washington about their stories and highlighting upcoming events. Make sure to tune in to Community Profiles every Thursday at 10 on the Southeast Iowa Live Facebook and YouTube page.
At Wolf Floral, you'll find everything you need to spruce up your summer. Located on the southeast corner of the Washington Square, we've got you covered from small gift items to the finest floral arrangements around. Wolf Floral, unique by choice, not by chance.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
Welcome back to Southeast Video Network. I'm joined by the coach of the Demons, Coach Ben Oberman. I mean, before we get to this amazing game, 22-0 victory, let's talk about the rain delay. I mean, game's pushed back an hour. What are you guys doing in that extra time?
So it worked out as well as it could have. First, got to shout out our parents, our families. We had our community. Figured about 5 o'clock p.m. that we had some heavy rain and thunderstorms coming in, so we had to get the big tarp on, send a text out about 5 o'clock to get as many hands as possible, and I'm super grateful for the amount of help we had to get, number one, the tarp on, and then about 7 o'clock getting that water off the tarp and the tarp off, because we don't get this thing in tonight if it wasn't for all the help we had. But on the flip side, we were planning on hitting about 5:30, 5:40, so we just had our kids kind of stay back until 6:45, so we were able to keep kind of timing-wise what we would want pre-game, batting practice-wise, so everything was on time once we knew we were about an 8 o'clock first pitch, and give our kids credit, you couldn't tell that we were in a rain delay.
Yeah, I mean, you came out, started out quickly, even in the top of the first, 2 strikeouts, 3 up, 3 down. I mean, Bella Salazar, before we get to the offense, had a great game. What do you see from her, and what are you kind of hoping to see her take from this game to the next?
Yeah, absolutely. When you're playing a team that you're heavily favored against, they're going to come in believing, as they should, and they've got some good athletes, and you want to get a 0 in the top of the first inning. We did that. Bella came in throwing hard, throwing strikes. Her rise ball was moving and working a little bit, and once we got that 0, took advantage of a couple miscues defensively by Midland, and then we got back to us offensively. We didn't swing at bad pitches. We swung at our pitches, and then we had some big hits, too, to drive in some runs, and it's a good confidence booster, but we know we're going to face a stiff test on Saturday.
Yeah, Central Lead just won 11-0. So, I mean, you guys faced off earlier this season. It was a great game. I mean, I heard you say it over there. You said it's become a bit of a rivalry. I mean, are the girls excited to face them?
Yeah, they ended our season here last year. We were up 4-1 in the 7th. They put up a 4 spot, and we had a chance in the bottom half and didn't get it done, and that's hung with us. We wanted that regular season game bad and got it. Came back on them. But yeah, this will be the 3rd year in a row we've played them in regional play. It's just the next chapter of 2 really good teams going at it. They got good athletes. They're a very good hitting ball club. Their pitchers will move it, not overpowering, but they definitely will move it in and out and with a little spin. This place is going to be packed. It's going to be a lot of fun. But our girls are excited because we do have that in our stomach from last year. We knew when the season ended last year that a lot of times you don't get second chances, and we're going to get a second chance on Saturday.
Yeah, second chance under the lights Saturday night. I mean, how fun is it going to be to get out there on the weekend, prime time?
Yeah, I mean, we'll be ready to go. We'll have a good practice tomorrow. We know each other well. But yeah, we'll come out, we'll compete, and we'll give it everything we have because we know there's no tomorrow.
Well, there you have it. Thank you, Coach, for joining us. And stay tuned on Saturday night, 7 p.m. We'll have a great game between Washington and Central Lee playing to get to the game to go to state. Thanks for watching and have a good night.
Thank you.